Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And it's about that time to make my weekly picks against the spread for week 14. 5 more weeks of NFL action. Let's take a look at my results thus far on the season. Last week, salvaged a 500 record, 6-6-1. Patriots +6 was my tie. They lost 6-0. Keeps me at 22 games over 500 for the season, 103, 81, and 7. So looking good for staying over 500 for the rest of the season, knock on wood. But let's continue raising that over 500 mark. A lot of tough games this week, I'm going to be honest. But let's get into them. 15 games in all, 2 teams with buys. Thursday night, we got a doozy. I'm kidding. The over-under is 30 points. Patriots at Steelers. Patriots once again +6, and once again I'm going to take them +6. Man, who knows? Looking like Mitchell Trubisky should be getting the start this week. Meanwhile, Najee Harris is questionable for the Steelers. The Patriots will not have Ramondre Stevenson, so Ezekiel Elliott will be getting the start. So expect a very low-scoring game where the over-under of 30 may not even reach. Next, we have the Houston Texans favored by 3.5 at the Jets. Zach Wilson going back to start for the Jets. We've heard reports that he doesn't even want to come back. Derek Stingley coming off a game where he had 2 interceptions, 4 passes defense. Expecting him to definitely make some noise. Once again, Will Anderson might get a sack or 2 on Zach Wilson, and CJ Stroud continues his awesome season. Yes, it stinks that Tank Dell got hurt, but Noah Brown should be able to step up. Rams +7 at Ravens. A tough game because Ravens, honestly, maybe the favorite to reach the Super Bowl in the AFC, but the Rams have been playing better, and they are fighting to earn a spot in the postseason. Not sure they win, but I think they could keep it close. Lions -3 at the Bears. The Bears actually had a decent lead on the Lions. 2 or 3 weeks ago when they played them? Lions had a big comeback at the end to win. Bears have been playing better, although it took a lot of Joshua Dobbs turnovers for the Bears to win their most recent game against the Vikings. I think the Lions really need to show out. And again, with the Eagles' loss, they still have a shot at that #1 seed in the NFC. Man, the Saints have burnt me before numerous times. I'm taking them again, though. At home against the Panthers, fair by 5. Might be Jameis Winston starting. We don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much of a difference it makes, whether it's him or Derek Carr. Derek Carr hasn't exactly been lighting the world on fire. If the Saints want any chance at winning the NFC South, they really have to take care of business in this game. Tough one here. I'm going to take the Bengals fair by a point at home versus the Colts. Do I think Jake Browning is as good as he was against the Jaguars? Honestly, probably not, but I like the Bengals more as a team at the moment than the Colts. I know the Colts are a game better than them in the standings. The Colts, again with Trevor Lawrence, talk about the Jaguars soon, out. Still have hopes in the AFC South. Tough game. I'm going Bengals and basically a pick'em. Basically another pick'em here, and I'm taking Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta is leading the NFC South by a game over Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I like Tampa Bay more as a team than Atlanta. Mike Evans has been balling out. Antoine Winfield has been stellar in the secondary for Tampa Bay. And not that Baker Mayfield's been stellar. I just like him more at the moment than Desmond Ridder. Another game without stellar quarterback play, backups. We got C.J. Beathard for the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence sustaining his high ankle sprain. Dorian Thompson-Robinson did start. Joe Flacco did not perform bad in his first game against the Rams, so I'm not sure who's starting. But I'm going to go with the Browns favorite by 3.5. The spread was 3 this morning. Like that one a little bit. At least had a chance at a tie. But a tough game to pick. Again, both teams battling for postseason positioning. Browns probably not going to have a chance to catch Baltimore, but again, still looking to reach the playoffs. 49ers minus 10.5 versus the Seahawks. We just saw the 49ers easily take care of business against Seattle not too long ago. We saw them easily take care of business against Philadelphia. While Seattle played well against Dallas, right now I'm taking San Fran nearly every time, regardless of the spread, when they're at full strength. Tough game here, but Joshua Dobbs has been a turnover magnet the past 2 games, 6 turnovers in total, but Minnesota will be going back to him. Raiders, Aiden O'Connell hasn't necessarily played well either, but the Raiders defense has performed pretty well of late, so maybe they could force a couple turnovers of Dobbs, short fields, and capitalize and win the game maybe. This was the toughest game. I know the spread was 2.5 this morning. Now it's 1.5. At KC, the Bills only underdog by 1.5. Man, I just like the way the Bills have played the past 2 games. Honestly, should have beaten the Eagles, and they are really fighting for their playoff lives. Chiefs, looks like Patrick Mahomes is the way it's going. He's going to have his first road playoff game at some point of his career this year. Obviously, there isn't much in the way of their chances of winning the division and the AFC West. Bills really do or die here. I actually see him taking this game. Could regret this pick. Chargers minus 2.5 versus Broncos. Honestly, I would have picked whoever's at home in this game to win. So I'm going to take the Chargers. Man, but a lot of people are wondering if Justin Herbert is that generational quarterback that a lot of people believed he was. 6-0 game against the Patriots didn't help matters. Yes, they won, but Eagles plus 3.5 at the Cowboys. Eagles definitely need to bounce back after getting shellacked by the 49ers. Cowboys have looked awesome of late. I just expect this to be a really competitive game. Not even necessarily picking the Eagles to win, not sure. We know there hasn't been a back-to-back NFC East champion in, 2 decades? So if the Cowboys were to win, that streak would have a chance of continuing. But if the Eagles win, they almost got the division sewn up. Dolphins minus 13 versus the Titans. I'm taking the Dolphins nearly any time against a bad team, regardless of spread. To a certain amount. But I think they'll beat the Titans by at least 2 touchdowns. And that's one of 2 Monday night games, because the other one is the Giants plus 6.5 versus the Packers. Tommy DeVito has won his last 2 starts, and it has been announced he will be getting a 3rd start. I'm not necessarily predicting the Giants to win, who are my favorite football team, but Packers have been playing very well of late and need the game to really help boost their playoff chances. So I think the Packers do win, but I'm taking the Giants to cover the 6.5 point spread at home. So those are my Week 14 picks. A lot of difficult games, but that's always the case. Let's be serious. So tomorrow, I got the Patriots plus 6 at the Steelers. Trubisky versus Zappy, most likely Zappy. Not what we anticipated to begin this season. But let me know your thoughts. Who are some of your best bets? Who do you agree with, disagree with? Let me know in the comments. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.